Namaskar. Today we will see the oculomotor nerve. Oculomotor nerve is the third cranial nerve. As it is motor to most of the intraocular and extraocular muscles, it is called as the oculomotor. The oculomotor nerve begins from the oculomotor nuclear complex. The oculomotor nuclear complex consists of various parts. The dorsolateral nucleus supply the inferior rectus muscle. The intermediate nucleus supply the inferior oblique muscle. The ventromedial nucleus supply medial rectus muscle. The median raphe nucleus supply superior rectus muscle, and the central caudal nucleus supply levator palpebris superioris muscle. The Edinger-Westphal nucleus or accessory oculomotor nucleus is a parasympathetic nucleus. The oculomotor nerve begins from the oculomotor nuclear complex, which lies in the ventromedial position of the grey matter surrounding the cerebral aqueduct in upper part of midbrain, means at the level of superior colliculus. From the oculomotor nucleus, the nerve passes forward. It passes through the tegmentum, red nucleus and substantia nigra of midbrain with a lateral convexity, and then it comes out from the oculomotor sulcus, which lies on medial side of the crus cerebri. It pierces the pia mater and enters in the interpeduncular fossa. In the interpeduncular fossa, the oculomotor nerve passes forward between posterior cerebral and superior cerebellar arteries. It is lateral to posterior communicating artery. Then it pierces the arachnoid matter. Then the oculomotor nerve pierces the meningeal layer of dura mater. In the triangular interval between the premargin and the attached margin of tentorium cerebelli. It pierces the dura mater just lateral to the posterior clinoid process. Means it pierces the posterior part of the roof of cavernous sinus. After piercing the roof of cavernous sinus, the oculomotor nerve passes forward in the lateral wall of cavernous sinus. Here below it lies trochlear nerve, ophthalmic nerve and maxillary nerve. In the anterior part of the lateral wall, the oculomotor nerve divides into two divisions, the superior division and inferior division. The two divisions of oculomotor nerve enters in the orbit through the intermediate compartment of superior orbital fissure. In the orbit, the superior division supply superior rectus and levator palpebris superioris muscle, while inferior division gives three branches. One branch passes below the optic nerve and supply medial rectus muscle. Second branch supply the inferior rectus muscle, and the third branch supply the inferior oblique muscle. This nerve to inferior oblique shows three peculiarities. It supplies the inferior oblique from its posterior border. The remaining muscles are supplied from their ocular surface. Secondly, it is the longest out of the three branches, and thirdly, it gives preganglionic parasympathetic fibers to the ciliary ganglion. These preganglionic parasympathetic fibers begins from Edinger-Westphal nucleus, and they are successively carried by the oculomotor nerve, then by its inferior division, and lastly by nerve to inferior oblique. They release in the ciliary ganglion, and the postganglionic parasympathetic fibers supply sphincter pupillae muscle and ciliaris muscle. So the muscles supplied by oculomotor nerve are levator palpebris superioris, superior rectus, inferior oblique, medial rectus, sphincter pupillae and ciliaris. The branches for sphincter pupillae and ciliaris are the postganglionic branches from the ciliary ganglion. The ciliary ganglion gives branches called as short ciliary nerves. They supply the muscles, sphincter pupillae and ciliaris, and also carries the sensory information from the eyeball. If there is injury to the oculomotor nerve, there is paralysis of these muscles. Paralysis of levator palpebris superioris leads to drooping of the upper eyelid called as ptosis. As most of the muscles are paralyzed, there is protrusion of the eyeball. This is apparent protrusion called as proptosis. As there is paralysis of medial rectus, action of lateral rectus becomes unopposed. So there will be lateral squint or strabismus. Sphincter pupillae causes constriction of pupil. So in case of injury to oculomotor nerve, there will be dilated and fixed pupil. Ciliaris muscle is responsible for accommodation of lens. So in injury to oculomotor nerve, there is loss of accommodation. The oculomotor nerve consists of three components. The first one is somatic efferent or general somatic efferent. This is the motor component. It is in the same line of 4th, 6th and the 12th cranial nerves. The nucleus is oculomotor nucleus and it supplies the 5 extraocular muscles. We can remember SO4, LR6 remaining by 3rd. Means superior oblique is supplied by 4th nerve. LR6 means lateral rectus is supplied by 6th nerve and the remaining 5 muscles are supplied by the oculomotor nerve. The second component is general visceral efferent. This is parasympathetic component and the nucleus is Edinger-Westphal nucleus or accessory oculomotor nucleus. It gives the preganglionic parasympathetic fibers to the ciliary ganglion and the postganglionic fibers supply the two muscles sphincter pupillae and ciliaris. The third component is general somatic afferent component. This component carries proprioceptive impulses from the muscles supplied by the oculomotor nerve, and in the lateral wall of cavernous sinus, oculomotor nerve hand over these fibers to the ophthalmic nerve, which carries these fibers via the trigeminal ganglion into the mesencephalic nucleus of trigeminal nerve. Now lastly, we will see the connections of the oculomotor nerve. The corticonuclear fibers beginning from motor cortex controls the oculomotor nerve. Second connection is tectobulbar tract. The oculomotor nerve is connected with superior colliculus. Superior colliculus is connected with lateral geniculate body by its brachium, and the lateral geniculate body is connected with visual cortex by geniculocalcarine tract, that is optic radiation. These fibers are responsible for visuoprotective impulse. The oculomotor nerve have also connection with medial longitudinal fasciculus or bundle. This bundle connects 3rd, 4th, 6th and 8th cranial nerve, and it is responsible for eye-ear coordination. In the lateral wall of the cavernous sinus, the oculomotor nerve gives or hand over the fibers carrying the sensory information to the ophthalmic nerve, and in the cavernous sinus itself, the oculomotor nerve receive the connections from the sympathetic plexus around the internal carotid artery. The oculomotor nerve is also connected with pretectal nuclei of both sides, and this connection is important for the pupillary light reflex. Thank you.